Breaking news: Lake Mead has completely dried up. Do this now. The end of the world is nigh. Civilization as we know it is collapsing. Horrifying events in every corner of the globe point to the imminence of the end of days. Those who survive the impending apocalypse will have to make a choice: join the chosen few or be left behind. The Rapture's telltale signals are starting to become clear. Which, if any, of them do you know? In this video, we'll discuss the drying up of Lake Mead and its connection to the Rapture. Stay tuned. What is Lake Mead? Lake Mead, a reservoir on the Colorado River in the southwestern United States, was made possible by the construction of the Hoover Dam. It is roughly 39 kilometers or 25 miles east of Las Vegas and straddles the state line between Nevada and Arizona. Compared to other American reservoirs, it has the greatest storage capacity. Lake Mead provides water to parts of Arizona, California, and Nevada, as well as some of Mexico, serving a total of about 20 million people and a great deal of agriculture. Lake Mead has a volume of 28.23 million acre-feet, or 32.236 cubic kilometers at full pool, a length of 112 miles, or 180 kilometers, a maximum depth of 532 feet, or 162 meters, an elevation of 1,229 feet, or 375 meters, and a surface area of 247 square miles, or 640 square kilometers. Importance of Lake Mead. Lake Mead, built 85 years ago, captured trillions of gallons of river water and ushered in the development of the modern West, providing a vital resource for 25 million people and millions of acres of farmland in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Mexico. Lake levels are expected to drop to an all-time low as a result of the persistent drought that has worsened in recent years due to the combination of record temperatures and reduced snowpack melt. Water deliveries to Arizona, Nevada, and Mexico could be reduced if the federal government declares the lake's first ever shortage. Effect of climate change on Lake Mead. Lake Mead is releasing its dead as it dries up. The Colorado River's drying up is causing more problems than just the occasional mob hit involving a body in a barrel or a desolate coastline. Volcanic dust from Idaho, Wyoming, and California was deposited in southern Nevada 12 million years ago, telling the story of what happened there over that incomprehensibly long period. The Colorado River is being depleted by drought and water diversions. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation has adopted emergency steps to protect its flows, and the 7 states that share the upper and lower Colorado River basins and rely on the river are cooperating to find solutions. As a warning sign of what nature has to teach us about the climatic history and variations of our planet, the extreme drought and drying of the Southwest are currently being observed. Crisis on Lake Mead. Eric Kuhn, former general manager of the Colorado River Conservation District, stated that the situation cannot be ignored any longer. A drought is a transitory state, at least according to Merriam-Webster, he explained. He implied that this trend represents a more fundamental and worrying phenomenon. Aridification describes the current situation. The drought that has hit the states that rely on Lake Mead is less obvious than the fires that have swept through the West and the scorching heat that has fried others, but is arguably the most severe consequence of climate change. The residents of the Nevada and Arizona border towns closest to Las Vegas will feel the effects first, as they rely heavily on Lake Mead for tourism, fishing, and recreation. No more access to the ramps. Newly shallow waters necessitate the towing of jammed boats. Anglers research extensively to find prime striped bass fishing spots. A bathtub ring of calcium deposits around the lake's rocky perimeter draws attention to the area where water once flowed, highlighting the lake's plight. Richens, a resident of Kingman, Arizona, started big water boating 2 years ago to provide day-long fishing expeditions. Lake Mead's scary things. Hemingway Harbor. On the bleak southwest shore of Lake Mead, among the burned ruins of an old houseboat that has been scorching in the desert sun for years, a rattlesnake lurks among the rocks. Coffee cups without their saucers, a dirty blender, and damaged white plates with delicate flowery rims are just some of the relics that litter the wreckage. Its spread-out timber frame sits precariously on a rock foundation and is held together by a web of ropes and cables. A little white toilet sits atop the ruin. The seat, with its lid still attached, can be found close to the water's edge. In the first months of this year, the ship sank into the lake's emerald depths. As the seas around Hemingway Harbor recede, the wreck of a sinking Higgins boat from World War II is becoming a more visible antiquity. Sedimentary rocks. Nobody has seen those sedimentary rocks since the 1930s, when Lake Mead first started to fill. A recent report from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas provides an in-depth analysis of what past generations have been missing. These are some shocking facts. Ash from big eruptions can travel hundreds of kilometers and blanket broad areas with a coating of dense material that may be several meters thick. Moist ash, even just a few millimeters thick, can be heavy enough to crush power and communication lines and block roadways. Inhaling the ash can cause severe long-term lung damage due to the presence of small pointed glass particles. Human remains discoveries. There was a news release issued by the Clark County Office of Communication and Strategy on May 7th, stating that Ernst's remains were found in the Colville Bay area of the lake and were later identified through investigation data, DNA analysis, and reports from the first incident. Although Las Vegas police have confirmed the 42-year-old man drowned on August 2, 2002, the exact circumstances surrounding his death remained unknown as of Wednesday. There have been at least 3 sets of human remains found in the lake since May, when water levels hit record lows due to the severe drought conditions in the west. One set of remains was said to involve a body discovered within a corroding barrel with a gunshot wound, and this was previously confirmed by authorities. A murder probe has been initiated into the circumstances there. The coroner's office gave the skeleton the name Hemingway Harbor Doe because they believe it to be the remains of a person who died between the mid-1970s and the early 1980s. Authorities discovered human remains at Boulder Swim Beach on Lake Mead around the middle of August. In the past, Clark County Coroner Melanie Rouse has told CNN that her office uses X-rays, fingerprinting, forensic dentistry, and forensic anthropology to learn more about a deceased person. A dwindling supply of fresh water, a warming planet, and a lack of flowing rivers are all indicators that the world as we know it is coming to an end. Christians believe that the end of the world and the return of Jesus Christ are on the horizon, and that this is the time of the rapture. In other words, do you feel ready to meet him? This ends the video for today. What do you think? Is the drying up of Lake Mead a sign of the rapture? Let us know in the comments section. Also tell us on which topic we should make our next video. Like and share this video. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next video.